Hello princesses, it's me, SpongeBob64, it's a Unicorn. Welcome back to my farm with Ace. So yeah, it's been a while. I always seem to say this. Anyway, we're going into creative mode today because we're going to be building. I haven't done really much between last episode and this episode. Ah ha ha! Ah ha ha! What one just said actually is, can you like get baby versions? No, you can't. Interesting. Yeah. Anyway, you know, I got so much food though. Anyway, we're going to be building our space station, or starting to build it anyway. So let's go get my pets. I guess I can be in survival mode for this. We don't need to be in survival mode just yet. I can create mode just yet. Let's go get Ace and we'll go get a dog. I guess I should have got a pet whilst I was down there, but whatever. Ace has his own personal room because he's so greedy. Now, last episode I actually did get a bunch of obsidian actually, but I haven't made another portal yet. But I will soon. Also, I'm thinking about adding a greenhouse on top of my stable that I made. So that it has more purpose than just being there. Okay, and I'm going to take, we'll take red. Why not? Red's my favourite colour after all, so yeah. Not my favourite dog, but my favourite colour. A train can be heard in the distance. Hello? Yeah, I did build, by the way, a lightning rod, which I may have said before, but I can't actually remember. Ow! I tripped over. Let's go up to here where quil is. Close enough. Anyway, so we can just walk the rest of the way now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move all of my stuff to the side and we'll eat some food. Oh, it's my only food, okay. I think I'm going into wood and out of water. Again, I haven't moved my zoo, but that's because, again, I've been working on my shadows within. Once finished that, I'm going to move this zoo. Or at least make it better. The problem is, I think is actually a problem, is the fact that there's a charged creeper in there, and that charged creeper will be annoying to move, but whatever. I have nowhere to put my dogs. Actually, I know where I'm going to put my dogs whilst I wait for them. And as you see, yeah, I built my health scale last time, so we're going to drop my dogs off somewhere and then we'll go up and we'll climb up that. Well, no, we're just going to fly up there. Okay, doggies, you two sit here. I'm going to eat some food before I go into creative mode. Okay, let's go into creative and... What is this again? Oh yeah, it's a bounce thing. Okay, anyway. And we're going to make this out of quartz, iron, and a few other things. Yeah, there's no oxygen rule, by the way, in this version of Minecraft. In this version, we can go as high as we want without any worry about oxygen. Smells good. Anyway. Okay, you're gonna have to make the jump though. Yeah, I remember back in my other fun world, I had like 3 or 4 space stations, kind of. There was actually, I think there was 5. No, there was, hang on, how many were there now? There was one on, I can't remember. I had a bunch, I'm just gonna say that much. I think it was like 4. So I had one in the actual fun world, one not too far from the fun world, and one on my version of the moon, and one on my version of Mars. Although I don't think anybody ever saw that one. Because they were really far away from the actual... Yeah. I think there was also one in the mall I made, but... Kind of, but it was just a part of the mall, so it didn't really count, but you know. Anyway, so we're going to make this out of glowstone and stuff, and yeah. Yeah, I love making space stations, honestly. I'm making this one out of quartz because quartz is just a lighter material. I would assume it is. And iron is heavy. I only got iron because I might want to make some of it. Because I'm going to need iron for some things. So we're just going to be building. Good times though, in the old fun world. It was just so much fun. I love talking about the old fun world, because it will forever be the first series I did, and it was, and it will always be this way. Anyway, yeah. Once I get the computer version, I might actually do a fun world or something on there. I also want to revisit Fun World again, but I'm not sure when. I know I want to revisit it though, because, you know, that world will always be forever my first world. On the Xbox 360 version, at least. On the computer version, unfortunately, I have no idea. The first one I made on the computer version was on super flat mode, and I actually made like this house. I made like a house out of bricks on a super flat world, and I had like millions of dogs. And, yeah, I'm gonna ruin these terrains with these water. I love how water acts like this. Like, this doesn't even make sense. Yeah, I won't worry about too much about these because they'll just disappear. No, you're destroying the world! Ah, it's funny. Don't worry, it'll go away. But look how much it spreads, it's like lava. Anyway, apparently we got... Yeah, we apparently got a whole bunch of crud. I'm just checking to see if any torches accidentally fell off over here. That's really all I'm worried about. Bailiff. I'm so happy. Z. Why is this becoming ice? I can't have this as ice. I need it to be water. Well, that is kind of hilarious. Did that water go away yet? It's still landing apparently. But look how much it spreads out. It's just so weird. Oh, is it going to destroy those mushrooms again? Damn it. I knew that was going to happen. Look, this is ridiculous. You should be more careful with the water. Anyway. I'm just going to keep these mushrooms on me. Why are these becoming ice? I can't have them as ice. The only way you can prevent them from becoming ice is by placing ground glowstone, by the way, as far as I know anyway. Although I do believe there are other ways. Anyway, I don't know why that's going to become ice. I'm going to have to, this is just going to be one of those constant things that keeps coming ice or something like that. Isn't it? Okay. Well, it's going to be like that then. I'm going to have to replace it with something else. Because this is going to be like a drop where I can fall down from higher up in this place. And if it keeps coming ice, I'm going to be afraid that... I mean, if you have... what is it? Frostwalkers, then that wouldn't really be any real thing anyway, because that would just happen naturally, but you know. Frostwalker makes you Jesus. If you fall in water, you're dead. It's like, don't worry guys! Just spat everywhere, Oh god, anyway. Oh yeah, I'm Jesus, of course. Oh dad! I know. I'm just insulting every religious person. I'm not really like, anyway. Let's get some slim block, that's what it's called. So if you fall in this, you won't die now. Kind of. Unless you're crouching. Okay, so let's make quits and stuff. What was that? I just saw something fall down. Was it like a shooting star? Did you guys see that? Like there was like a shooting star or something. I'm gonna have to watch this back and see what that was. It's probably nothing. It usually is when I check. Like it's usually nothing. I see something and like I check and I'm just like, and I realize it's really just nothing. It's just me, my eyes playing tricks on me. Treasure Island, the lost ones. Anyway, da 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 da. How Pokemon, gotta do them all. So wrong. You're so right. Anyway. So the reason why... Never mind, I'm not doing it. Never mind, it's just... Oh wait, so big else. It's kind of ridiculous. No. I wonder what Case is doing. That's not how you say her name, it's Kate. No, it's Xi. That's how you say it. Showdown! Anyway, let's focus. Yeah, it's getting darker, but I don't care about darkness. We're in space, it's supposed to be dark. I mean, look at all the stars. Look, it's the moon. It's just slowly moving around. Although I actually realised that if you paid close attention, technically the entire sky is moving, or at least the stars anyway. I can see they're like slowly moving with the moon. Anyway, so we're going to make a place. Well, first we're actually going to do this though. Let's make this. Seems like I'm using a lot of the quartz, but that's the point, you're supposed to be using the quartz. Anyway, I like having these bits that go upwards and downwards and all over the place. It's like an actual space station. And that's the point of it. It's supposed to be like a space station, although an actual space station is far more complicated than this. I know what a space station looks like because I've seen the insides of them. Yeah. The reason why I've seen the insides of them is because I just looked this stuff up a lot and I've looked at pictures of it. And yeah, trust me, it is way more complicated than it seems. It's like they make it so complicated. I don't know why. I'm gonna take out this tree. It's not an insult, it's not. I don't know what I'm saying now. I don't even know how I'm going to get this to work or line up correctly, but whatever. I'm going to do a lot, so yeah, I'm going to build most of this in Shrine, and I'll build the rest of it off camera, and you guys can see it next time I'm on the Fun World, and yeah, the next thing I'm going to be building will be, I don't know. I haven't thought about it yet. Hey, you're rather marveling. see the sun actually just like going over the horizon with daytime soon, kind of. I mean, the nighttime is still technically in. We just happen to be so high enough to see the sun. I know how I'm going to do this. Although I think I have a hunch. Quartz everywhere. The reason I'm using quartz was because there is no iron stairs, so you have to use quartz instead because it's the best next thing. I think actually the original, all my other ones are just made out of iron. This one's made out of quartz, so it's actually a whole lot different. I mean, it makes sense. In real life, it's not made out of them. I think it's. I don't know what it's made out of. I can't tell you, but you know, it's something that. I imagine it's something that will keep it held together, but not enough for it to like fall out the sky as we know it. And that would be funny if it did occur, although very horrifying at the same time if it hit you. Okay, this seems level enough, so we'll connect these just over here, like connect the dot thingy, and then we'll. Boop. And then we'll place down all this quartz. Okay, this is fun. Okay, so we're going to be very careful. Boop. Glowstone. Not boop because it's the end of the episode, but boop because it was funny. To be honest, I might be done within the episode, but not. But I can't confirm that because you never know. Yeah. The thing is, I normally put like farms and things in these, and this one I'm just going to put all the stuff you would find in a casual space station. Like, I'm going to put tons of levers, buttons, and things. Reviews, buttons and things, of course. Anyway, good description. Anyway, I don't know why I always say anyway. Clever, so cute. No, I don't want to put down the buttons yet. So we're going to make it a curve like that. So we'll keep this like this, but we're going to break these. And this is going to be the control area. This will be where my pig would be, Space, if anybody remembers Space. Who's more of a pet now than someone who works for me. I haven't actually seen him in this series or since like the Fun Worlds. The reason is because I just couldn't really ever get him in because, you know, he really likes the space stations. we'll get, we'll get space up here eventually, and he'll let, and he can work, he can have fun up here or whatever. Usually when I go up to these, he's just walking around and wandering by himself. I'm surprised he even is able to stay up here for this long. He just loves it, I guess. He doesn't care about life. All he cares about is himself, apparently. Not really, but you know what I mean. And yeah, this is going to be the way around. Da, da, da. Place it there so it lines up correctly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one won't fall out the sky though. Then again, none of them I've made ever fell out the sky because Minecraft rules. But if they did, that would be seriously entertaining to watch. Decent quality entertainment by me. Subscribe for more. Become a princess today. I know. These building episodes I just talk because it seems like the best time to do commentary is when I'm building, even though I seem to commentate all the time about the same things. But that's because there really isn't much else to commentate about, apparently. So yeah. We're not going to have that weird mechanic, however, where you just jump higher. Because that was the thing I had with the old station editions. I made it so you could jump higher because there was always a beacon that made it so you could do that. And we're not really going to do that here because we're so close to another beacon. Although it really wouldn't matter anyway. Oh man, I remember the time me and Terrence we first went to that moon I made on Fun World, and the first time we went there was like we made like our own spaceship and we did like a countdown and everything, and it was like it was just it was actually fun. Because back then we didn't really have any recordings, so we never really got it on camera, but we used to like pretend to record and stuff, and it was fun. I actually remember I made like a hotel and an elevator going up to it. Well, like the hotel was like, it was like just below it, the moon, and like we had like an elevator going directly to it, and yeah, I think you can see it. I just never actually go inside of it, I don't think. And yeah, I'm gonna place some beds in here as well, but not like a hotel. I'm just gonna have this beds in here for like anybody who wants to stay in here for a ridiculous amount of time. So I'm also going to have chests and furnaces and a few things like that. I'm just not going to have a farm because we don't need it up here. We have plenty of farms in the Fun World. Kind of. We actually only have now that I'm truly thinking about it, we only really have one or two. I mean, there's definitely some. I think I do have some in my houses, but those aren't really forever, really. And yeah, we're gonna. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to build the rest of it off camera because I'm gonna build something over here. But yeah, also had to put stuff inside of it. So I'm gonna leave up here, and I'll come back next time, and I'll show you guys around. So until then, boop.